Now, we don't mean to scare you with this only kind of behavior, because ultimately the responsibility also rests on our shoulders, mine and yours. And I just now want to bring you a story about one of our colleagues here at India Today who went for a foreign trip. Ananya Bhattacharya, she went to Egypt for a holiday a few days back. And once she came back, she responsibly checked herself because she had a mild cough into a facility. She first declared that and then went and was quarantined at a Delhi facility at the Safdarjung Hospital. Why I wanted to bring this story forward is because it is not only an example of being socially responsible. Remember, this virus is not going to segregate, and it's not that it's just cold cough and it will go away, or a false sense of bravado that nothing is going to happen to me. It is not going to impact you, but it would also impact others as well. And as we've been saying, though this is not a morbidly deadly virus, but there are people, elderly, who are susceptible to this virus. It could turn fatal for them. So be responsible. I first want to tell you about this account, first-person account of my colleague Ananya Bhattacharya from the quarantine facility at Safdarjung Hospital.
I was brought in to the Safdarjung Hospital on the 16th of March night because I declared a cough on my health declaration form when I was flying back from Egypt via Bahrain. So I was put in a hazmat suit and I was brought into this isolation ward in Safdarjung Hospital, and I was here for today's the third day. I was here for 2 days, and finally I have just received a call which says that I am being discharged. And yeah, so this is the ward I was in all this while, and the doctors, the nurses, the healthcare staff have been they've gone out of their way to ensure that I did not need anything at all, and they've been constantly checking up on me, whether I'm feeling fine, whether I have everything or not, from drinking water to food to if the bathroom is all right, and if I have blankets and bed sheets are being changed and all. It's just it just says how much our country is actually prepared to deal with this crisis, and I would urge everyone to not hide. If you have symptoms, please do not hide. Go get yourself checked, and you're doing it for the greater good and for your good as well.
One big worry for the people has been what kind of facilities are going to be there as far as the quarantine facilities, isolation facilities are concerned. Many, in fact, only running away because they don't know the perception of a government hospital and so on and so forth. I just want to tell you these, in fact, pictures that had been sent by Ananya. Look at this, in fact, entire facility here at the Safdarjung Hospital, at par any good private 5-star kind of a hospital that people are used to. A big nice room was in fact allotted to her, and you can see, with furniture, with all those things which are in fact at this point of time visible in this facility, quite clean. They also took care of fooding and other facilities. So you have this bed there, furniture as you would possibly in any 5-star facility of a hotel, or possibly in a private hospital as well. This is the bathroom. In fact, so as I was telling you, the room. So let's just tell you first, this is the bathroom, which is quite clean. A lot of complaints people have been making about the bathroom is in other isolation in the quarantine facilities, but the Safdarjung Hospital in fact has the kind of facilities that they have provided, good facilities for the people. Let's just move forward a little bit and I will take you to the other places in this room as well. Largely, if you take a look with food and everything, there have been good facilities which were provided here at the Safdarjung Hospital isolation ward. For this whole experience of what Ananya went through, why did she, a lot of people have been asking me the question, why did she even travel if the situation was so bad? Let's just first bring you Ananya. I was talking about the food. Look at these pictures, in fact, and now Ananya is joining us live after being discharged from the Safdarjung Hospital. She has been advised to stay at home for a few days. She has tested negative for coronavirus, so there is no need to worry in that sense. Ananya, thank you for joining us. I just want to ask you first, a lot of people are saying, when there has been such a big scare around the globe about coronavirus, why did you even go around with your holiday? Did the thought not occur to you, let me cancel it, it might not be safe?
Yeah, hi Ankit. Thank you for having me on air. So first, see, I had booked my tickets way back in December when there was no, this hadn't really become an outbreak. This hadn't really become what it is today. So we thought that, it's happening in China. It must be something like the SARS or Zika or Ebola or something of the sort. But we also have this vanity attached to ourselves because we are young and we think that nothing can happen to us. And kya farak padta hai, we'll just go travel and whatever. So I even on the night when we were about to fly out, which was on on March 7th, 2 hours before my flight, actually, we saw that there were 12 cases of positive, the COVID-19 coronavirus positive on a cruise ship in Egypt. And so that's when it really hit us that, okay, should we go ahead with it? But it was too late by then. And there was a lot of money involved and a lot of people we were 9 people traveling. So anyway, so we went ahead because we saw that the cruise was another cruise, not the one that we were supposed to be on. But at the same time, there was a tinge of regret because when I boarded the flight, I sort of thought that this wasn't a good decision. And when I landed in Cairo, we were screened at the airport and I did not have a temperature. So then I went ahead, we went to the hotel, then we went to Luxor. That is where it actually hit us because we were not allowed to board the cruise ship till, till the health officials had actually screened everyone and given a go-ahead. So when that was happening, so we had to wait outside for about 7 hours after we had gone to the tourist places, so like the 2 temples and all. And then we just had to walk around the bazaars because there was nothing to do. We couldn't board the ship. So that when we finally went to the cruise, we were told that, okay, it's sanitized, it's disinfected and all of that. We could smell Dettol everywhere. And trust me, it was like the best fragrance you could have at that point of time.
Ananya, also, while you were coming back, a lot of people were very reluctant, as we were talking about this earlier, about, when on the form which was given on the flight back, about ticking whether you have some, cough or any symptom related to coronavirus. You did have a mild cough. What was the experience all around in the flight? And once you landed back, just take us through from what happened from the flight and then why were you taken to the Safdarjung facility?
So basically, see, I was flying in from Cairo via Bahrain. And so my first flight was fine. I had a mild cough, like I told you. So we had to sign the declaration forms, which I had already got it, arranged for them at the hotel. Our trip leader, he got the forms. And we were filling it in duplicate right then at the hotel itself. So the thought did cross my mind that should I declare the cough because it was a mild cough? And there were people around me who did not declare, other things, that they had a cough or they had a cold or whatever, because see, we were there and Cairo, the temperatures are extreme. So a lot of us caught a cold.
Yeah.
And anyway, so the form said that, are you suffering from any of the following? It said cough, fever, and respiratory problems. So I ticked on the cough option because I was suffering from a mild cough. So when I boarded the flight from Bahrain to Cairo, there were actually people around me who were also coughing. There were people who were sneezing and all. So I don't know how many of them actually declared it on the form because apart from me there, most people left. They were allowed to go.
Okay.
So anyway, when I arrived at the checkpoint where the screening was taking place, the person at the counter, he saw that I had declared a cough. So he said that, "Aap rukiye yahan pe." And then he said that, "Aapka kab se khasi hai, kitne dinon se hai," whether it's a dry cough or a productive cough. And then he went on to ask if I have a fever, if I have body ache, if I have respiratory, any other, problems.
Yes.
If I can hear my breath when I am inhaling. So there was a lot of questions that were asked and I replied in negative to all of that because apart from the cough, I did not have any other problem as such.
Okay.
So then he asked me to step aside. He called someone else who was, I'm guessing, a doctor somewhere niche at the airport. And the doctor asked me, told me that I need to be isolated and that I had to go via the isolation ward at the Safdarjung Hospital.
Right.
So the first thought that struck me was, okay, isolation, is it really that big a deal? It's just a cough.
Yeah.
But then I thought that, but it's my responsibility, right? I don't want to be a carrier. So the person also told me that you will make a full recovery if you have the virus, but you might infect someone else while you are, outside. So I said, okay, please, whatever, we'll proceed. So then I was handed a hazmat suit and the mask and all. Then I went niche. My passport was stamped by the immigration guys, and I was made to sit there. Then an ambulance arrived from the Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital, which
Yes.
then took me to Safdarjung Hospital. So once at Safdarjung, I was shown the isolation ward. I was asked to get inside and sit there, and a doctor would attend to me.
How
And
many
my
days did
passport-
you spend in the isolation ward? And what would you like to say to a lot of people, those who are not declaring or don't want to get tested because they're only scared that you will be sent into an isolation ward, sarkari aspatal, pata nahi kya hoga, ganda hoga. What would you like to say to them?
Look, the isolation ward, the room that I was kept in was spotlessly clean. It was so clean that it just struck me that, oh my God, this kind of cleanliness, none of our homes are as clean, okay? We might go around disinfecting and using phenyl and all of that, but look, a hospital, an isolation ward, those guys are professionals, they know their jobs, right? So there is no way an infection can catch you there. So that at this point of time, if you think that there is 1% chance that you might be positive, it's the best place to be, because nothing can there's no way you can contract anything from there, okay?
And there is no way that you would be in fact giving it to others as well. I mean,
No,
and that is
exactly. I
the
am
most
isolated,
important
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that is the most important thing. So there were about 5 to 6 people every day who entered the room, and all of them were dressed in the hazmat suit, like proper
Yes,
protective
yes.
gear. And, I was asked, do you need water? Do you need soap? What do you need? We are here to help you. We are here for the support. Everything will be fine. Don't worry. The moral support was there. The, logistical support, everything, anything that I asked for.
Yes.
And I did not ask for a lot of things because I was traveling, so I had my stuff with me anyway. So everything was taken care of, and the constant care, the constant checking up, that are you all right? Is there fever hai, cough hai, ab bhi kaise ho aap? It's just overwhelming, because you think that the moment the word government hospital comes to your mind, there are scenes of, dirt that flashes, across your mind.
Yeah.
And trust me, it is none of that. It is the Safdarjung is, I think, you have the best doctors there, because this is the country's dream, yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, you're hearing it for somebody who has been into the isolation ward for 4 days, if I'm not mistaken, Ananya.
No, actually 2.5 days.
2.5 days, and now she's been advised to stay at home. And let me also tell you, she has tested negative for coronavirus. She's absolutely okay. Ananya, thank you so much for sharing your experience and also telling our viewers that there is no need to worry. The government and the hospitals are well equipped. We are hoping to see you very soon, Ananya, back with us in the India Today Mediaplex.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.